Hi, welcome back to You Are the Answer. In the last few episodes, we spent a lot of time on the role that carbs play in performance and building muscle, and we know that carbs are the best macronutrient for replenishing glycogen, which is responsible for muscle energy through ATP production. And if you go back a little further, you'll recall the important role that fat plays in performance as well as body composition and overall health. But when it comes to athletic performance or recovery or body composition or overall health, for my money, protein is the most essential macronutrient that you can consume. Now, protein is made up of amino acid chains, and it's the amino acids that are ultimately responsible for the tissue repair and growth that goes on in the body, especially during training. So, the broader the spectrum of amino acids, the better the protein source is going to be. Now, a quick warning before we continue. If you're following any kind of a vegetarian protocol, then you're on the wrong website. So click out now and go back to your tofu stir fry and sewing your clothes that are made out of hemp. For the rest of you, I can sum up the recommendations for whole food protein sources in one word: meat. Yeah, fish, eggs, dairy, they're also really good sources, but you just can't beat meat, so to speak. Whey protein supplements are also very effective, but they should really only be used in addition to your food sources. Click on the link at the bottom of the video if you want to learn more about UR protein supplements, and we'll talk more about the supplement piece later. Okay, red meat in particular provides a complete spectrum of both essential and non-essential amino acids that you just can't get from other food sources. And it's also rich in iron, which supports healthy red blood cells, and it's the best natural source of creatine, which helps refuel the ATP phosphagen system that we talked about in the last two videos on muscle energy. Finding protein is easy. But for those of you that are new to this whole meat thing, you can find it in the perimeter of any grocery store, which is the part of the store that lines the outside walls, and it's refrigerated. The real question, though, is how much protein should you consume? And if you want the long answer to this question, then follow the link below to check out the transcript of this video on our blog. Now, the short answer is you should consume a 1-to-1 ratio, or 1 gram of protein for every pound of lean body weight. So let's not get lost in the weeds with weight and body fat percentages. There's tests that you can do that are effective, but you can also take a stab at what your ideal lean weight is to start out. So if you're a 135-pound CrossFit female and you're working out, say, consistently 3 to 4 times a week, then you should be getting about 135 grams of protein a day. If you're a 220-pound male powerlifter and you're hitting the gym, say, 4 to 5 times a week, then you should be consuming about 220 grams of protein a day. So you get the picture. Now, some of you are thinking, yeah, but what about those science dudes who say that too much protein is bad for your kidneys, or that it really doesn't help to build strength and muscle? Well, first of all, ask them what their max deadlift is. They probably don't even lift. Seriously, though, this is an important context, because the studies that were done on protein overconsumption and kidney disease were done with either lab rats or human test subjects who were already unhealthy to begin with. Fact is, now listen closely, there are no studies that link protein consumption with kidney disease in healthy humans. Now, as for the studies that were done on the anabolic effects and performance effects of protein, these were also done with lab rats or elderly human test subjects who resistance trained in a 20-minute circuit. Now, I don't have a CNS or an RD or an MD after my name, so someone who does, please explain to me how a group of 70-year-old geriatrics pulling on a Bowflex for 20 minutes parallels a population of serious pipe-hitting mofos. Or how in the fuck is a mouse running on a treadmill comparable to a dedicated CrossFitter or 220-pound powerlifter moving some serious-ass barbell weight 5 times a week? Oh, and by the way, what kind of protein were these test subjects getting? I read one study that listed pizza as a protein source. And I'm pretty sure the lab rats were getting pellets that were made out of chicken beaks and fingernail clippings. Look, even if it isn't pure science, you can find plenty of support for a strong connection between increased lean muscle gain and high levels of protein intake in about any of the 15,000 some odd gyms scattered throughout the US just by talking to the buff chicks and jack dudes who train there religiously. The fact is, high levels of protein consumed at strategic times throughout the day, along with well-programmed serious resistance training, absolutely produces results in increased lean body mass and decreased fat. It all boils down to the quality of the protein sources, the timing, and consistent long-term training. Quality nutrition, commitment to training, where have I heard that before? Oh yeah, right here. Bottom line. Want to recover quickly? Want to build a lean, hard body? Want to get strong and be healthier? Then make sure you're getting enough protein. Use the 1-to-1 rule as your starting point and make adjustments to fit your specific goals. As important as science is, just remember, you are the difference between good, better, or best. Thanks for checking us out again. Hope we see you next time.